It's raining out here this morning. It's like 40 something and raining. It's nasty. All right, there's enough water for now. Morris and Marty are under the platform. I don't know where Stripe is. Don's getting ready to pull Ruby out. And I'll look at the water situation again when I get home. It's not supposed to rain all day. I hope you guys know how good you've got it on days when it's raining. With the primal front porch. Gray, you got some cobweb in your whiskers. I'll come get it off. Will you hold down the fort for me, Marty? The only cat I didn't see was Stripe, and I'll hunt for him when it's daylight out in a little while, and he might be willing to leave wherever he is. Good morning, Ruby. Well, we're on time this morning. Ruby says it's 45 out there. I just checked the radar and we have a lull near us, but there's more light rain headed our way up from South Carolina, so I don't think we've seen the last. Well, I don't know what REL 5.0 stands for, and it's a pretty blue color, but this is the Mustang with the loudish exhaust. Good morning, Raleigh. I just stretched my legs and I could use another cup of coffee. There must be an accident ahead. Traffic's pretty backed up. Don and I did notice in yesterday's video that that maple tree is getting to be a pretty backdrop for the cars in the morning when we start our walk and I point over there. It's 46 and drizzling. And Don's out here cuz I'm sure he would have easily not been out here today.
No, I would have passed this morning, that's right.
Well, since we're on video 1604 today, I think we've established that when I start doing something, I'm not easily stopped. So somebody had the nerve to eat a DQ Blizzard and leave Don the cup and spoon to pick up this morning. Poor guy. He probably has dreams of blizzards. Don and I have established we both like ice cream. Ice cream is, you know, problematic for us. It's 5 degrees colder today than it was yesterday, but there's no wind. So unless it were to really start raining, Don said, and I agree, that we'll be fine today. The last of the Encore azaleas are looking pretty. You're walking backwards, and I didn't even tell you I needed you to walk backwards.
Well, my girl, she's picking up trash and doing this and doing that, and I don't want to walk off and leave her.
Right, you always see Don picking up the trash because I don't film myself. Doesn't mean I'm not picking up trash too. So we watched, Rob Maurer's been posting a little late for us. We keep on looking for him in the 6 o'clock time frame while we're eating dinner right after Don gets off work, and seems like his video, our Eastern time's not out there closer to like 8 o'clock or something. Or later. So we've sort of been missing a day behind, but we did watch yesterday's video. We stopped watching, what were we watching? Chicago Med?
Yeah, something like that.
We stopped watching one of our shows, did a few chores, went and caught Rob's video, and then resumed our TV show. That's what it's like for us a lot. Lots of interruptions, thank God for, I mean, Don and I would not be able to survive without the DVR and the ability to pause shows, not at this point in our life.
Yep. And
anyway, what I was going to say is that I was a little worried about Elon's comment about Hertz, but not then the contract not being signed, to be clear which comment I'm referring to. And because I was worried about the SEC. And, you know, the stock moved yesterday. And we all know that the SEC, NHTSA, they can all open up investigations. Kathy Truitt can go out there and say Tesla's great and move the stock up. One of the bears can go out there and say something derogatory and possibly bring the stock down. But the only person that, if they affect the stock in any way, that will be in trouble will be Elon. Even if his move, you know, he says something and it affects it for a few days and then it goes right back to where it was and no harm, no foul. But, you know, if the SEC can open up an investigation on him, they will. But it's fair game for anybody else to cause the stock to fluctuate. So I was a little concerned. But then Don said, due diligence. Tell them what you said.
Oh, well, I said that, you know, as the CEO, I guess that's what he is. Whatever.
Yeah, what his current title is.
He's not chairman of the board anymore. He's still CEO. That he cannot let a false rumor that's not true circulate. You know, it's his position to say there is no contract. Now, I'm assuming there really is no signed contract. So he was 100% correct saying there's no signed contract. Because everybody was acting like there was some kind of a contract, and there wasn't, or isn't. So he was basically telling people, you know, you're buying this stock, and there's not been an official press release from Tesla saying that we've signed this contract with Hertz. Now, Hertz has said a lot of positive things.
Updated their website, put cars on display.
Yeah, and you could read between the lines on that side, but that wasn't Tesla. Everybody just assumed it was true. And so I think he had a fiduciary
responsibility
to basically correct Twitter and say, hey, you know, we don't have a signed contract. So I don't see how he can actually get in trouble.
Right. Well, and there's been precedents before. I don't remember the specifics, but the stock was running up high one time before, and he said something to stop the climb. He thought it was. I think he made the comment he thought it was overvalued or something, and you know, oh my goodness, he said that. How could he say that about his own, you know, company that he watches over or whatever? So it wouldn't be the first time he did something to stop a really fast rise that seemed, you know, a little volatile. Well, that's the second time around. That's when we do our half-track run, scoreboard to scoreboard. I have to say it's a little harder sucking in colder air. Yeah, I think I noticed that. It's a little harder. One more time around, and then we can start back out of the park. I was noticing that I think they've been out here and prepared the field already this morning. They got the paint, the chalk down, and they've, you know, they've drug it to get it smooth. Well, I've got 37 exercise minutes, so I'm golden for today. I guess we ran 3 times.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, well, the first run is still 2 light poles, because then there's that hill, and that's a bit much for me right off the bat, or really any time. But the other 2 are longer. Yeah. You know, 3 or 4, even 5 light poles sometime, right coming out of the park down that S-curve hill, and then, you know, halfway around the track, scoreboard to scoreboard. So, yeah, if I needed more exercise, as I said, I'm trying not to have an injury or cause any repetitive motion stuff that would keep me off the trail. It's more important to be out here than it is to run a 4th time or a 5th time or longer distances, or because I'm getting what I need. Although I guess at this point, it doesn't feel like the running's getting any easier. You know, like I've sort of stalled out at this particular fitness level. Maybe I have to lose 10 more pounds before it would feel any easier. It just feels the same level of hard every day. Like, yeah, I'm ready to stop running now. That's good. I'd like to have one of those days where I feel like I want to outrun Dawn. I have them on occasion, but not as often as I'd like. The cold's not helping. Good morning. Hi. Oh, look at him go. I counted at least 6. There was one in the shrubbery on the left too. It is mating season. The bucks are chasing the does right now. One of my friends who's a nature person put out a write-up on it. Yeah, well, we have them all year in our yard, but I've been coming around this corner right there by the 35-mile-an-hour sign, the mailbox on the right where that old homestead is. And consistently there's been one doe eating foliage over there, and I'm very worried about her deciding to come out in the street in front of me or somebody else. It's very dangerous on the roads here this time of year. How'd we do?
Pretty good. 6,210 steps. 57 minutes. 52 minutes 53 seconds. 2.84 miles. And 1840 per mile.
Okay, I like to stay in the 17s or 18s.
Yeah. So we did
Cool.
good.
Don's taking a piece of furniture in the van to Michelle. So that's why he didn't run back today. Don stopped because Morris is up here again. I do not know why he's got to be up here so much. The warmth and the other cats are back in the other direction. Little pipsqueak, where are you? Well, I know he went over here. I seen him. Oh, I see him. He's 25 feet in. Anyway, that was a good job, Donnie, keeping an eye out.
It hugs.
We got it loaded up.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Dawn.
No more
That was a
broken
lot.
things. All the things that were broken last time.
Oh my goodness, it's just too cute. Oh my goodness. Oh,
No, maybe not.
Michelle's shopping day is complete now. She doesn't find anything else. Pete the cat comes with me. I'd better have a grandkid someday that likes Pete the cat. We found this, I don't know who made this one, but Connor's going to spook it up like those ones you saw in his room. And these are super huge, really nice Harry Potter figures. We have to take it out to inspect who made it and stuff, but they're all like a scene that you set up because they're all on these platforms. So we did good in here today, better than, even more than normal for a little angel, the little angel side. So, big bin of Legos by the door. Well, not a bin this time, a bag. Michelle, I think that's a definite maybe.
Oh, I think so too.
How much is it?
I'll
Six.
take it. $6? You betcha.
That looks so legit. Michelle and I are trying to figure out what it's doing here. And I really think this is a real family photo. Well, they have made a good start on Christmas and lots more to come. I may have shrieked. I get so excited when we find things I know one of us will love. This guy's broke, but he's only $2. He's pretty cool regardless. Yeah, I'm sure you can do something to light him up if
Right.
you're inspired. I've never seen that stuffy.
No?
He's only $1. He looks quite vintage. Am I calling you old? No.
Yes, thanks a lot, Marianne.
Sorry. It's
Note
really
to
good.
self.
He's
She's
real-
on my poop list.
I don't want coal for Christmas. I think I got that down pat. Like you talk to a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to.
This is such a cool shirt, but it's a small. What would I do with it? It even has neat detail on the sleeve. Now there's some vintage Pyrex. My parents had this. That's so cute. I'll love you forever. Oh, it's Michelle. No, one over. It says it's cat-finated.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. I'm taking that one home.
Yes. Not bad for
A
a
snowman shower curtain, brand new, $4. St. Nicholas square towels and placemats. Those should be 50 cents each. Basically, Michelle and I were frozen. There was a lot of cold air pouring in up at the front of the store while we were checking out. And, you know, it's really raining now, enough that everything is soaked, and it's just that damp cold, really. I heard Elizabeth Garner on WRAL say our normal high temperature in January, our average is 50 degrees. We're sitting at 46 right now, okay? That just put it into perspective for you. Yeah, we need sun and we need North Carolina warm temps, and quick. Well, I'm almost downtown and I'm almost warmed up. Yeah, I got pretty cold. I kept wishing there was some place between Fuquay and downtown that served real broth. I looked at the Starbucks line when I went past the one here on the right side of the road in Garner, and they had about 10 people in line, and I'm on target to get to Johnny's school at 2:04 p.m. so I should get there just about when he walks over to the waiting area, which on a rainy cold day I don't want to leave him sitting there not 1 second longer than I have to. And so there was no time for Starbucks, and I wouldn't have really liked what they had anyway, not since I don't want 50 carbs of nothing but sugar. But God, if somebody'd had some real broth, like not a bouillon cube, but real bone broth, I would love to have had some of that today. I'm making a chuck roast for dinner, and I do have some of my own broth in the refrigerator at home. So maybe I'll have some when I get there if I don't decide I need a cup of coffee from the Keurig. Ruby's watt hour per mile for the last 30 miles is sitting at 402 right now. The lowest I saw on my afternoon part of the drive was 369, something like that. 355 is a lifetime average, so yeah, it's not a shocking number or anything, but besides it being below her optimal running temperature, which is like 70s, with it being 46 out there, the rain also appears to be making a little bit of a difference today too. No issue or anything. I just kind of looked down and went, whoa, 400 watt hours per mile, that's a lot. Remember, this is a Model X and not a more efficient Model Y or 3, so yeah. She still has 107 miles of rated range, so like I said, it's not an issue. I just noticed it. I do have it a toasty 73 or 4 in here. I was trying to get warm. I have, always crank the heat in the car. I never worry about it affecting the range. If I'm cold, I make it hot. If I'm hot, I make it cool. So those are the 2 bags of Legos I got today. It does appear to be mostly Legos, and the Legos are new Legos, not looking dirty or anything. But like, this truck is not a Lego part. So I'm going to dump them into one of the storage bins I conveniently got yesterday, and just pull out anything that's obvious that it's not a Lego part, and get them out of the bag so I can look at them and see what they are. And I know there's like a little mermaid figurine I'm going to pull out for Michelle, and I'm just curious. Hi, nighttime. Hi. Well, it's Taekwondo time, and we're back out here on the road in the dark, just like we were this morning on the way to school. We came past South Park, and there was a little guy's elementary school age ball game going on ball field too. So yep, they're playing out there in this cold, damp mess. Ruby says it's 45. It feels every bit of that, if not more like 40. We're supposed to go down to 36 tonight with the frost freeze warning, so yeah, it's not going to feel warm tomorrow morning either. Dawn did take the day off, and we're going to go someplace with more than less fall color. Not our usual walk, something different, something special. I don't know exactly what that will be, though. We'll figure that out tomorrow morning. There's a Tesla Model 3. Tesla SB, save the bees, was the plate. If everything's blurry, I'm sorry. There's not a lot of light out here. The camera really doesn't like that. Another Taekwondo class, another Walmart walk. I don't really need anything tonight, but I got a few more steps. I need several more stand hours today, believe it or not. How one can be so active and still short on some of the goals is beyond me. They must be getting the aisles ready for Black Friday. Small Lego kits up here in the Christmas stocking section at the front of the store. Are you ready to sit by the fireplace? We're home from Taekwondo. We had this truck behind us with the loudest tires ever. I don't know what was going on with them. They were studded or snow tires or something. It was a pickup truck, and he turned off. And then the next thing I know, not at this intersection, but I guess at the very next one, he's going to run the stop sign. So he went off on the other street and then came around and basically didn't stop. He kind of did a rolling stop thing and came out there. He had the loudest tire, so he obviously, you know, went around, I would guess about 10 blocks to get back in front of me. Saw it was me coming and then went in front. It was just ridiculous. He saved himself a whole, what, 20 seconds maybe? Here, that green light is going to turn red. And this is a 45 zone, but people want to do 55 here. I'm going to stop for the light. There's nobody behind me. I come to a stop. 1 car through the red light. 2 cars through the red light. Yep, that was coming out of Raleigh this afternoon. This is that accident scene coming out of Raleigh this morning that had things backed up on Hammond Road. Now, the accident I saw and reported a few years ago was Rush Street, but this is different. It looked like it jumped there. Let's try one more time. Look out the right camera. You can see here in front we're getting close to where all the lights are. But it jumped a minute ago, so I don't know if it's going to show it to us or not. I suspect when it does that, if I take it inside, that it won't jump like it does in the in-car viewer, but who knows. Fire truck, police, tow, East Coast. Okay, so it didn't show us the important stuff. I love how it doesn't show us the important stuff. Show us everything else for 10 minutes, but it won't show us the important stuff. It's Marvel's Kids Museum at the start of the loop. So 99 miles today, 386 watt hours per mile, and coming up on 88,000. Marty, I was just out there and said good night. Do I need to come see you again? This is where we started the day.